What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JB here today with the review for the season finale of Married to Medicine Los Angeles. This is season number 1 and this is episode number 8, and it was titled A Bond That Will Never Be Broken. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Alright, you guys, so I am going to start out with Asha. So we see Asha, she and Dr. Noel, they having lunch with one another, and she's just basically telling Dr. Noel what's going on with her, you know, telling her about being on Days of Our Lives. And I was like, girl, I still ain't saw you on Days of Our Lives, and I watch Days of Our Lives every day. But they did show her on Days of Our Lives. Oh shit, excuse me, y'all. They showed her on Days of Our Lives, and I'm like, no wonder I didn't see her, because she was just an extra, a real extra. Because they showed the scene, and I'm like, I watched that scene. That's the scene where, if you don't watch Days of Our Lives, the characters that she was interacting with, his name is the guy's name is, his name is Jack Devereaux, and then you have Eve Donovan, played by Cassie DePaiva. And so that scene, I'm gonna explain the scene to you, because again, like I said, I watched Days of Our Lives. So Jack and Eve, he's running for mayor of Salem, which is a fictional town in on Days of Our Lives. He's running for mayor, and in that episode, he's acting like your dumbass fucking president. There's an illegal alien there. Her name is Haley, and you know they're trying to get her deported back to China. So you know she was just a spectator in the crowd, because really that's all those people was doing. They were just, it was a press conference where they were going to reveal that Haley and Jack's nephew Trip were in a fake marriage. Given this scene on Married to Medicine more light than I should have, but that was a scene. I didn't mean to go too deep into it. But yeah. I really thought that she had a big role on the show. I'm like, oh, she might have a few episode guest role. No, she had a walk-on role, literally a walk-on role. But congratulations to her for that. Nonetheless, I'm not going to diminish that or not sneeze at that. I'm definitely not going to do that, because a role is a role. If you can flip it, if you can flip that and then do something bigger with it, not going to sneeze at that. Because if you guys used to watch that show, I Want to Be a Soap Star, a lot of those actors, they went on to make some careers for themselves. So I'm not going to sneeze at that. So then, she's telling Dr. Noel how, she had she thought she was pregnant about a month ago, because, they did the ovulation stuff, and she and Dr. Larry had been having sex like crazy. But a few days later, she had her period. And she told Dr. Larry, she said he was disappointed. I'm like, was he really disappointed? But, if she said he was disappointed, he was disappointed. Again, I don't 100% believe Dr. Larry wants kids with her, or kids, period. But, maybe he does. Or maybe he just wants... Shut up. Nope, I'm going to say it. Maybe, I don't think he wants kids. But the fact that they having sex like that, I think he's so happy just to have sex that much. But, if he likes, but you know what, I do wish Asha and Dr. Larry the absolute best. I really 100% do. I'm not going to shade them. I just wish them the best. Again, I just don't necessarily 100% believe that he wants kids, because I can't see how he can go from saying he doesn't feel like they can afford kids to now wanting to have kids. I just don't see how he made that big jump. But again, he could have, and I'm not in a marriage. I don't know what they talk about every day. So that's just my viewpoint, and we're going to move on. All right, so next we're going to move over to Dr. Britton. So we see Dr. Britton. She is talking to Mac. So she's letting Mac know that she got the job that she interviewed for at a university hospital, which congratulations to her on that one. So, she tells Mac that the position actually doesn't start until next year. So I'm like, I don't know when they filmed this stuff. I don't know if they filmed it in 2018. Pretty positive they filmed in 2018, so I would guess the position starts in 2019. So I'm assuming that they're going to be back in LA for, if there is a season 2, I'm assuming they'll be living in LA full time for season 2. I'm assuming. I'm just assuming. So, Mac tells Britain that he wants her back down there in Orlando with him and the kids to help him out. And, she's like, you know what? I'm headed back now. I'll head back home. But she's going to come back when she starts her job. And, she just needs help from him to find a place to live there. And that just, again, it throws me off a little bit. He wanted Britain to find a place there. Why aren't, and I get it, you got the kids. But if I were there for the summer, why didn't you look for a place before you and the kids headed back to Orlando for the school year? Why didn't you help your wife look for a place when you were there? I'm letting it go. All right, so then we're gonna move over to Shanique. So we see Shanique. She's having dinner with Jasmine. So Shanique is just talking about how she has this guilt, this mommy guilt for working, and I'm like, oh my God, why are we still talking about this? Like, my thing with Shanique is, yes, you're a working mom, but my mom was a single parent, and she worked. So she had to work regardless of anything, because it was just me and her. Nobody else was going to take care of us but me and her. But her. Not me and her, but nobody else was going to take care of me and her but her. So, my mom didn't always spend on, like, I can remember when I was in elementary school. Like, my mom, had a job, and she had two jobs. Well, she had two jobs, and they were both, she worked in the home health field. So she had two jobs. She had two patients that she worked for. One she worked for, she worked for one of them Monday through Friday, and then one of them she worked on the weekends. And she worked from 9 to 9 and 7 to about, I think, 7 to 7. So she worked like I was in school. When I would be in school, she would be at work. When I got home, I would go to my grandmother's house, and then she would pick me up from my grandmother's house, and we would go home. And when we got home, it was late at night. It was time for me to, get ready for bed. I would take my bath and I would go get ready for bed, but she would always make time to come into my room, and she would just sit on my bed and we would just talk. So, I definitely get where she's coming from, but my mama did that for a long time. Even when I was a teenager, like, my mom still worked. She had one job at that point, but, she would have a night. It was at night, and I would be at home by myself. Well, for a minute, I was at home by myself. At 14, she would not let me stay at home by myself. My grandmother had to come and stay with me at night. But after that, she would let me, after I started driving and everything, she would let me stay at home by myself at night, and that would be that. So, I get where she's coming from, but at least she has a husband. So she's not a single parent. Like, that would be even harder. But, I'm happy that Jasmine made her feel good, because, she was talking about how Robert told her she needed to quit her job. And I thought that he was being a complete asshole and a jerk when he told her that, because he was just diminishing how she feels and what she does. And I just wasn't here for him doing that to her. Like, I thought that was crap. So then later in the episode, we see Dr. Robert, and he's with the kids, and he's coming up with an idea to make up, with Shanique for the things that he said, because he has now come to the realization that he was wrong as fuck for what he did. So he cooking her his famous lasagna. They have dinner, and, he tells her, what, I am sorry for the way that I came at you. I was rude. I was wrong, which you completely were. You diminished her. You made her feel small. But he tells you, what, you're superwoman, and, you're an amazing mom and you're an amazing wife. So I was appreciative of that. I'm like, about time you said something, because you did come out. Like, last week, I was like, damn, that was harsh as fuck to tell her all that shit. Like, damn. All right, and last for you guys, we're going to talk about Dr. Imani. So we see Dr. Imani, and she's with her husband. Forgot what his name is. So she's just talking about how she's stressed out about her sister coming for the weekend, with her son. So then we see her. She meets up with her sister, and she meets her nephew. Her and her sister do look a lot alike. She says that that they look like their dad. So, her sister said that she was, nervous about meeting Imani, and that her dad told her, don't be nervous around her. You both are the same, so you have no reason to be nervous at all. So then we see another scene where Imani's having, a little dinner with her sister and her nephew and her son. And, her nephew looked just like her son. Like, that is crazy. And it's so funny because I spent Easter with my family, and I have a little cousin. He'll be 18 this year. Funny thing is, our birthdays are a week apart. I'm July 16th and he's July 23rd. And like I said, he'll be 18 this year. And I'm going to be 30 on my birthday. But we are the spitting image of we're the spitting image of each other. We look exactly alike. Like, he looks like his dad and his grandfather, but he looks more like me than anything. Like, if I were to have him sitting beside me right now, you would think we're twins. Like, we look exactly alike. Like, I even have a little brother that looks like me, but my little cousin looks more like me than my brother does. Wow, it's crazy. It is crazy. Like, literally, because we were looking through some old family albums, and there's a picture of, literally, the picture is me, but when I looked at the picture, my cousin was like, that's you. I'm like, that is not me. And I'm like, that's Blake. She said, that is you. And then I had to look at it. I'm like, wait a minute, that is me, because I'm holding the Power Ranger toy. I'm like, that is me. That's not my little cousin, because he's not in the Power Rangers. And I'm like, damn, we literally look alike. Like, shit. Look, when I tell you he's a spitting image of me, little nigga's a spitting image of me. All right, so I did forget to mention before I just cut off the scene. Imani was talking to her sister about having this party and inviting all the ladies. So we see Imani's party. We see all the women there. We see Asha there. We see Shanique there. We see Britton. We see Jasmine there with her sister-in-law. We see Dr. Noel. Like I said, all the ladies are there. It is their finale party, so of course they were all gonna be there. So, Britton sits down with Dr. Imani and tells Dr. Imani, hey, you know what? I got the job, but I'm going to have to move back to Orlando. And, she's happy for her. So from what I could deduct from it, so obviously Mac is in a new role that he's not used to, because I guess before Britton was the parent that stayed home with the kids while Mac was out traveling and doing stuff. But now the roles reversed, and looks like he can't really handle it too much. But I'm not gonna knock him for that. So, we see Jasmine and Imani. Jasmine and Imani are in a good spot with each other. It took her some time to accept that apology, but she has accepted it. Asha, on the other hand, she still ain't feeling it for Shanique. I'm like, girl, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. So then we see Dr. Robert and Imani's husband talking. He was talking about how he was in a doghouse and what he did to get out the doghouse. So, you know what? That is so funny. The parallels between Married to Medicine Los Angeles and Atlanta. Because on Atlanta, we only see two men on it, LA, Dr. Robert and Imani's husband. We don't, I know why we don't see Mac, because Mac is in Orlando, in Florida. But we don't see Jasmine's husband. We don't see Noel's husband. We have barely saw Dr. Larry. Like, damn. Whereas in Atlanta, you see all the men. You got, Eugene, Cecil, Curtis. Like, you see all the men in Atlanta, but in LA, you don't see the men. I'm pretty sure probably with season 2, we'll see more interactions with the guys. But if there is a season 2. So lastly, in the episode, we saw Dr. Imani. She got up and gave a speech, and then Asha got up behind her, and they presented Britton with some dog tags, and the dog tags were Switzerland, because she's kind of neutral when it comes to the drama with the girls, which you should be. And then she ends up telling all the girls, hey, I'm moving back to Orlando, but I will be back because I did get a job here, so I'm coming back. So you guys, that was it for Married to Medicine Los Angeles season number 1. So I really do hope that they come back with a season 2. I really do. I hope they do not do Married to Medicine Los Angeles the way that they did Married to Medicine Houston. I really hope they bring it back for a season 2. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So so for Married to Medicine, until Atlanta comes back, which I know that they are currently filming this season coming up. So until then, you guys, see you later.